He broke into a church and barricaded up the door. Said, I won't leave till I found what I'm searching for. Police were drawing closer as the sirens filled the air. And through the noise, he heard a voice that said, come on and meet me by the river, and I'll teach you how to dance. 'Cause heaven knows it's time to make a stand. They're breaking down the doors as he's standing by the cross. They drew their guns, he drew breath on his lungs. He's standing by the mangoes, it's the only thing that's left. And through the noise, he heard a voice that said, come on and meet me by the river, and I'll teach you how to dance. 'Cause heaven knows it's time to make a stand. An eye for an eye or a tooth for a tooth will only make the whole world blind. And ain't nobody got the right to hold you down. So come on and meet me by the river, and I'll teach you how to dance. 'Cause heaven knows it's time we made a stand. Heaven knows it's time we made a stand. He said, I know they see my color before they see my hands. I raise them high and pray they see the man. And through the wall of blue shields, a man laid down with his gun. Said, no more blood, tonight is gonna run. No more blood, tonight is gonna run. And I'm gonna meet you by the river, and we'll teach them how to dance. 'Cause heaven knows it's time we make a stand.
Okay, that was Stand by Jack and Tim. They have just completed as a UK band a big US tour, maybe the first UK country artist to break the US. What was that like, guys?
That was incredible. It was truly a harrowing experience.
I'm not quite sure the word is break. Do you know, it doesn't feel like breaking. It's just the fact that, we did have sellout shows, which to sell out, you know, like New York and places like that was a little insane.
Yes.
But I still feel like the next one, well, we know the next one's going to be even bigger.
Yeah, this is only the start.
But what an experience though.
Yeah.
It was
So
pretty awesome.
how long was the tour?
I think we were on the road for 2.5 weeks, weren't we?
We were on the road.
On
for
the
2.5
road
weeks.
consistently.
But we were in America for about
a month and a half, yeah.
Yeah, because you were writing in Nashville.
Yeah.
And recording a new album?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. We were writing with 5 times Grammy winners. Nashville is like, it really is that mecca that this whole community adores, you know. But it wasn't just that. I think when we left Nashville and we started to head out, you know, through towards Georgia and Atlanta, and the talent that we met along the way was just insane.
It was definitely a humbling experience.
Oh, incredibly humbling.
Why humbling, Jack?
But everybody was incredible. Like you'd go
musicians.
Yeah, you'd go in Nashville downtown. You'd go bar to bar, and every single person there was just deserved to be signed and have it all.
Yeah, if you think you're good, go to Nashville. You'll get humbled.
Yeah, but it's beginning to change because places like Austin now seem to be picking up a country vibe, and there's a lot coming out of Austin. And
yeah, Austin, down there, Austin, Texas. What was actually quite interesting is when we were heading through Atlanta. Atlanta's like ludicrous and hip hop and things like that. Yet the hip hop country crossover, because it was in the South, was quite strong, which is quite prevalent in country music now. But you could see it was the Atlanta spill.
It was,
wasn't it?
Yeah, you could
for
see
sure.
it.
You know, the Sam Hunts and the hip hop there. It was cool.
now, you guys came to fame originally in the UK because of Britain's Got Talent.
Yeah.
What made you go in for that?
I dragged him kicking and screaming, basically.
Yeah.
I wanted to do it. I really wanted to do it, and I went to him. I went, Dad, I was 11 at the time, 12 maybe. I really want to do this. Let me do it. And he went, Nah, thank you. No, I'm okay. So I dragged him by his legs, took him on, and
I was done.
It was all me.
It was. I was done singing in public. I don't think I'd sang in public for 3, 4, maybe more years, and it was a second birth for me to actually do this now. You know, when you kind of think it's done and you're okay with it, you know. And Jack was like, "I want you to sing with me," and I did that for you, and what it gave me is insane. Thanks, son.
You're welcome.
Because what did you do before that you gave up?
Well, I was a signed songwriter at one point. I'd had 6 or 7 number ones in different countries. I'd had a multi-platinum album, a gold album. I was living the life of a signed songwriter. I was flying around the world, and it was a pretty awesome time. You know, he grew up with my albums hanging on the wall of other people's songs that I'd written and produced. And this is okay. It's okay to say as well, I had a nervous breakdown, didn't I? So, I mean, he was too young. You know, I was...
he stopped to raise us.
Yeah, so your mental health is important. It all kind of collapsed for me. And so never be afraid. I had a mental breakdown, and it was an emotional time. And that was it then. I just was happy to bring up my family.
You're a family man.
And I guess that's the story we didn't tell BGT.
Yes.
Because we didn't want that
Almost sympathy vote.
thing. Yeah.
Because you were quite rebels on BGT because you stood your ground to sing your own songs rather than singing Ed Sheeran songs.
No one's ever called us that before.
No, rebels. I like it.
Yeah, I guess the easiest way to say it was we wanted to go out on our own terms.
Yeah.
And
so
not on Ed Sheeran's terms.
So there was nothing wrong. Great. Ed's great, but it's just, you know, we were kind of coerced into. No, I guess we were kindly asked whether we would consider doing Ed songs or something like a cover, because it's a huge show. It goes out to millions of people, and I guess they got very nervous when it's like, what are they going to do now? Because
is that the only thing they have? And,
you know,
we had to
some people can write a good song and then that's it.
Yeah.
So,
now, given the success of the show, I think that's a great intro to the next video, The Lucky Ones, which was your debut video. How did you write that song?
Wow.
Oh,
That is a
deep.
question.
That's deep. We this is again the story that we didn't tell BGT.
This song was never meant to be heard.
It wasn't never meant to be heard.
This song, it was written for our family.
Yeah.
Because we had recent family members pass away. My nan, my great granddad, in the span of maybe 2 weeks. And, you know, the way to deal with our grief was to write that, and we wrote it for us. And we wrote it for our family.
Yeah.
And
we recorded it for our family, didn't we?
And I thought it would be. I really liked the song, so I asked if we could play it, and it was really.
I couldn't. That was the one thing that I didn't want to do, was to do that song, but because you were so adamant on wanting to do it, and I thought it was a lovely way to honour them. That's when I was like, okay, let's.
I think knowing that song, you know, the people that watched it, knowing that song had affected them the same way it like helped us deal with the grief, was very special because we had people contacting us.
We still do, which is wonderful.
Telling us that they saw it and they decided to, contact their family for the first time in a while. And
there was a lot of amazing stories we've had.
People that really, we helped.
It touched a lot of people, didn't it?
We're very, very grateful for that.
Okay, let's play the video.
Lay your head on me as I fall to sleep. Put your arms around me, stay here by my side. We're the lucky ones, only just begun.
Others leave too young,
But we're the lucky ones.
till your eyes can see. I'll be all you need. Put your hand in mine, stay here by my side.
We're the lucky ones, only just begun.
Others leave too young.
But we're the lucky ones. Promise to me no matter how the years
Eyes
change,
don't see.
you're perfectly perfect, just like you were meant to be. And all through our lives I'll be yours, see you will be mine. You. We're the lucky ones, only just begun. Oh, doesn't leave, oh, so young. But we are the lucky ones. Yes, we are the lucky ones.
That's the wonderful thing with songwriting is it's cathartic. You
And it's personal.
it's personal, and I think that's actually what we do more I would say than most, if I'm honest. I love everybody's music that we hear. Everyone
we
has a
love-
story, but we write things that are very relevant to us and us alone.
As country artists, the mainstream country in America is lots of their culture, which is the culture of trucks. And it is true, everyone has them.
Yeah,
But
it's
we
amazing.
don't.
Everyone's got a great truck.
Yeah, I've seen more in an hour there than I did in my entire life.
Yeah,
But
it's great.
we can't write about that because that's not what we have experienced. So we just write what we know,
What we know.
and then I guess people like that.
Yeah.
But
It's important.
that's the key. If you write with passion on things you understand,
Yeah,
that message gets across. And country is storytelling.
that's it.
It's
Yeah.
how can you? We can write about pubs and much better than the Americans
Yeah,
can, but
yeah.
we don't drive trucks.
No,
Except-
exactly.
Stand. You're on the back of a truck, but
Love Ain't
I've
Kind.
heard you tell
Love
the
Ain't Kind.
secret
Yeah.
that you're on a chicken farm in
Yes.
Norfolk, I guess.
Yes. Yeah, but the difference is that that's what we felt was an Americana visual,
Yeah.
rather than what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The song topic is love, of course,
but
and
it's
we
not as kind.
really liked these old flatbed Chevys.
And somebody said to us, "Look, we've
And
got a
this-
flatbed. Do you want it?"
Yeah, and this song, Love Ain't Kind, felt appropriate because it was
Rocky
it had
thing,
a
didn't it?
slide and everything, and so it felt appropriate.
It felt
And
fun,
that's
didn't
why
it,
we
to
did
do?
So, yes, so we got the car and we found an airstrip that had a chicken field next to it, and
it had
shot
solar
around.
panels.
Yeah.
We didn't. We just skipped those out.
We trimmed it so you couldn't see.
Yeah, but it looks huge.
But
Did you get the smell of the chicken shit?
No.
We got a chicken farm near where we live, and they have a very distinct smell.
Yes, Spanham Poultry is close to us as well. We have got a large poultry farm near us. If you go past that, that's not good, is it?
No,
But it was wonderful to film. We had a good time.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
It was great.
Now, just coming on to father and son, can't always be easy,
No.
either for Jack or for you, Tim.
No, I think it's not always as easy, but he's growing, and so it's I think
We're at each other's throats.
We're friend. We have to. We try. It's a fine balance. So I try to be his friend, but I also have to be his dad. So there are times when, I'm his friend, and I say we're on the tour bus. You can swear. Don't tell your mum. And then, so he might say shit. And then I have to be his dad, and I say don't do that. And it's a fine balance because it's hard to be.
He hasn't found the balance yet.
No.
Hey, you never find the balance.
Yeah,
Either
it's
of you.
hard. It's hard, isn't it? But we make it work because we want to do the music so much together now that
So we just have a good time.
we make it work.
But it's you very talented, because before
Talking about
before Jack and Tim, I mean, you appeared in School of Rock at the West End. You were in The Voice Kids, and your really biggest claim to fame for me is as Norwich's youngest busker.
That is a throwback. It is. Wow.
Do you remember doing that?
I was. I
Did
think,
you force him out on the streets because you wanted the income?
Yeah.
That was pretty much it. That was pretty much it.
I think.
Do you remember why you used to
I
go?
know why I did it. I think I was at. I was what, maybe 9.
Yeah.
Maybe 8, something like that. And I went out there and I realised that if I played a few songs for an hour, I could buy myself a PlayStation game.
So
So it was Dad, this Saturday can we go busking so I can buy this new game?
So, PlayStation games were like £50-60. He'd do that in less than an hour. So we'd go out.
I was a little kid.
And it would be like, in fact, you remember in the end, what we were doing, it was like, we'd go out, he would make like £200 in 2 hours. We'd go for dinner, and
We'd go to a Nando's.
We'd go have a
wouldn't we?
Nando's, and then you'd buy all these games.
I think at one point I did it for maybe 2 weeks straight,
You
and I
bought
bought myself
PlayStation.
a whole
You bought
console.
a PlayStation, didn't you? With it?
I think the only reason I did it was the
So
games.
thank you, Norwich. Thank you, Norwich.
Well done, Norwich.
Yeah.
Let's play Love Ain't Kind.
Wise men say love can wait. Don't reach for fool's gold. Said it bends like tin when you're old. So don't wait up for a girl like her to call you up when it's obvious you won't be the first thing on her mind. I guess love ain't kind. If I was you, I'd think this through. I'd say amen. Call me up, start again. It ain't fireworks like you're 17 or a dying kiss on a movie screen. It's like a kick inside you every time. Oh, I guess love ain't kind. A dozen little nice words in a Valentine's card. Falling in love ain't worth the while. Kissing that girl in the pouring rain, singing heartbreak songs on a mixtape. Falling in love ain't worth the while. It ain't worth the while. I said your love ain't, love ain't. I said your love ain't been love again.
When you're on stage, there's an incredible dynamic between you, and it's not like lots of people and lots of singers and acts who don't talk and don't really introduce it. There is an incredible amount of banter goes back and forth between you. Is that just natural family banter,
We
or
just
how
like
it's
to,
grown
we
up?
just like to have a good time.
Yeah,
I
just
think,
have a laugh.
I think, like, our show, we kind of want to make you guys, the people watching, feel like you're in our living room or we're in yours. Like,
Especially when it's an acoustic
no pressure,
thing, right?
No pressure. We're here to play a few songs. Try and make you laugh. We're not that funny people, but we try.
Especially
And,
when it's an acoustic thing. When we
yeah.
do the acoustic thing, that's kind of like, welcome to our living room. Here we
Yeah.
are. Come and...
We're not treating you like, oh, you're our friends. You're
Yeah.
our friends, so we're going to speak to you like it. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I like
I think that's kind of the way I think.
There shouldn't be any barriers. It's not performer and people, or you know.
Also, I kind of talk before I think, so it usually just spurts out.
Are you implying that your dad doesn't?
I think we both do. I think
we just
we just have
waffle.
fun. I think we just
Sometimes
waffle.
we waffle, like right now.
Yes. Sometimes we have hour sets and we talk for 45 minutes.
Yeah, and then we go, oh, we have to do...
We've got 2 songs left. We've only done one.
Hey, I can think of someone who started that back in my day. Billy Connolly used to do 8 songs in a set,
yeah.
and slowly the banter got bigger and bigger and
And
bigger.
he became...
And there were no songs. Lots of people don't realise he's a bloody good banjo player.
He is incredible. And so there's hope for me. Yeah, I could be a comedian.
Where do you think it goes from here? Where do you want it to go? Because presumably now there is no plan B. This is plan A and you carry it through.
What do you
I
think?
think-
What do you feel?
I know I'm in this career path for life, I'd say. I'm not doing nothing. The only thing I'm not doing nothing. The only thing I can do is play guitar. I ain't good at maths.
Same.
Yeah, I ain't good at maths. I can't do nothing else. So
Listen, I was
this is it for me.
insanely proud of you in Nashville. There we are writing with Grammy winners, and you were pulling out songs and melodies that were just like, we're making them stop. So I know that you're kind of, this is your path if you choose to take it. For me, and for what I see us doing, it's just having fun, you know. But the thing is as well, we are both of us insanely driven. So fun means next time it has to be bigger for certain. That's the fun part. So just growth. There's no end game. You know, some people say like, "I'd love to be a superstar," and
It's not about that.
No.
I like music. I'm going to do music no matter if I've got 2 people at a show.
we're not going
2 million
anywhere.
people at a
We're not
show.
going anywhere. So
You can't
whether
get rid of
listen
us.
to us or not, we're here making music.
So what made you choose country music? Because that's the kind of roots of what you do.
I guess this is kind of weird because I feel like we don't write country music. I feel like we write songs, and it kind of
Ends up that
naturally
way.
becomes that way.
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't class our songs as country. I'd class them more as Americana.
I think
With country,
potentially.
with country instruments,
Yeah.
country influence.
However, the Nashville album is definitely,
Oh,
because it's the
we've got a
Nashville
few.
album,
We've got a
we've
few.
made sure that it's
Yeah,
country.
I
But,
feel like country is a great genre because it's the last really one where you can get
It is.
guitar solos.
It's the
and you can
last
get
hope
lead
with
guitars.
guitar music.
And other than rock, of course, but I feel like, you know, for
You
me,
realise
this is going to be
the
it.
last survey of different genres, rock musicians are the poorest musicians in the whole
Oh
set.
yeah, 100%.
Whereas
100%.
you look at the country musicians, particularly the big US artists, and they are like mega rich.
Yeah.
I love just writing songs, and it doesn't matter what kind of songs they are. I love just writing them, and you know, naturally they do tend out to be country.
I think you
or
have to
stuff like
embrace that as well. You know, it's okay. I mean, for a lot of the UK artists and a lot of people in the UK, country is still seen as country and western, and it's not. You know, a lot of people, they come to these shows or these festivals and they go, do you know what? That was just rocking.
Yeah, they expect the really strong accents and the Willie Nelson time.
Yeah, which was wonderful. It really was the core of it. But you know, what is the core of
evolved.
country? It's blues, it's rock, it's soul, it's gospel, it's all of that. It's the South, you know, which is what we saw. You know, it's an insane melting pot of guitar, soul, gospel, and rock.
Yeah.
You know, it's a wonderful genre to be a part of.
Okay, we've got to wind it up. Jack and Tim, it's been great talking with you.
Thank you.
But I
You
want
too.
to go out to one of my favourite videos, which is Little House, Big Love. What was the story behind writing that song?
Oh, the story.
Oh,
Story behind writing that song. Somebody said something to me once, and we were looking at how beautifully small our little cottage was, because we live in Norfolk and it's this beautiful little. And they said something to me, and I was like, and it wasn't a nice comment, and I was kind of, I went, but we've got a little house. It was a boastful comment, let's say, about their things. And I thought, we've got a little house, but we've got so much love inside that house.
the
I
size
will
of
take
it,
that little house, big love, over anything that you could have.
And I kind of I wrote that down.
Yeah.
A Little House, Big Love. I thought
And
that
it was like
good.
little house, big love. And, that's what the song's about.
Yeah. So we wrote it about just, you know.
So if you listen to it in that perspective, once again, it's about being grateful for what you have,
We have a
and
lot of
not wanting any more. And I think that's important. Even though we want more success, which is what we're driven for, I don't want a penny more. I don't want it.
don't
I've got
need
a
it.
full belly. I mean, we're not rich, but we've got full bellies, and we've got a family, and we're satisfied.
It's just about being grateful for what we've got.
Yeah, and that's
That's
little
a
house.
great
big love.
attitude.
Mm.
Let's play the video. Jack and Tim, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I got an old school 22 flat screen on the table. Got a hole in my pocket, but it's cool 'cause I like the breeze. I don't worry about if tomorrow comes. It ain't where you're going, it's where you're from. And right here, right now, is where I'm meant to be. 'Cause I don't need a fancy car to drive you crazy. And I don't need to feel like I got one more than you. And all I got is all I need and all I ever wanted. A little house, big love. love. I don't want no billion-dollar ranch in San Antonio. I don't care about being on the cover of a magazine. And if I don't bank up, I don't mind at all. Money can't buy me what I want. And as long as I've got you right there next to me, I don't care about a Maybach on the driveway. And I don't need a jet to fly me to the moon. All I got is all I need and all I ever wanted. A little house, big love. A little house,